Hi guys, it's your girl Kaz. Welcome to my channel, my page, um, Castlelite. We talk about facts, not feelings, and any current topic that may be going on or is affecting us as like melanated people or just us as a whole. So I wanted to get on today because I've been having a lot of interesting conversations over the past couple of days, and some of them have just been like hitting the nail like right on the coffin, like really on point, and even things that I kind of forgot and displaced because it really just goes to show how short our attention span is and how like meticulous this matrix is and how they do things and how they operate, because there is so much distractions going on that we literally forget about the major things that just recently happened. So what do I want to get into? So actually, since this is always a main point for me to talk about because I feel like people are not aware, but I did learn there is a lot of people who did not get it the other day. So that was like good information to hear because, I think we hear it a lot and people are like in a difficult situation having to do it or feeling like they have to or have no option. So I don't know, in my head I thought the numbers were like higher than that. So to see that it wasn't was really like, okay, maybe we are getting it, or maybe like the media just wants to make it seem like a lot of people is getting it when in actuality we're not. But I just wanted to make a comment that I hope you guys see the pattern throughout history why these pandemics happen. Um, like I said, nothing is a coincidence. Everything is intentional. Everything happens for a reason. So when it comes to what's going on right now, for example, that shit is made up, first of all. But in history, you can see that. Oh, I just saw a monarch butterfly. Throughout history, you've seen that anytime there was new technology introduced, a pandemic would occur, like the Spanish flu, like the smallpox, like whatever. You can go back in history, and every time there was a new technology that was being put out into the world. For example, radio, new technology, right? Microwave, new technology, cell phone, Wi-Fi. All of that is some kind of radiation that is going to affect us because this is in the air. These are not things we can see. Like, when you turn on your microwave, it's not like you can see the radiation, but it is occurring. It's just like with the ultrasound. You can't see the radiation, but the radiation is happening. Just like your cell phone. You can go and look up in wavelengths, UV ray, gamma, and see this information. So, with this being in the air, your DNA is now going to have some kind of effect. And this is where melanin is very crucial and important because melanin has the ability to mutate. So that could also be the reason why the effects of the current one may not have as extreme and adverse effects as for like a Caucasian person because we have more melanin. Just think about X-Men. When the mutants, melanated people, we're the mutants. It's just like, we have this power that we just don't really understand. And we don't have a mentor to tell us, especially in this matrix right now, to tell us like who we are, what our true power is, and what we're capable of. So if you research, I'm pretty sure there's online anti, that Even on YouTube, you will see that when it comes to the Caucasians, they're having really, really adverse effects. I'm talking about people who, like, in the same arm that they got it, literally became, like, non-existent. Their blood is coagulated. There's, like, it's crazy. You can just look this up, but that's why as melanated people you won't see as many effects, because our melanin is able to mutate and adjust. That's why we're such a target. Because at the end of the day, everything from our melanin to our organs to everything, we are the target because we're able to do such things. So right now, I think we forgot about the whole 5G thing. Like, you know, when they had you inside, they were putting up these towers, which is going to affect your DNA. It was the topic, like, a few months back. It was very, like, in the headlines, people were talking about it, but nobody talks about it anymore, about the 5G and how that is really affecting us and be connected to what's going on. So I definitely wanted to bring that up because if you look out through history, like I just stated, with any advancements in technology, when it came to the radio, microwave, cell phones, all of those, they affected your DNA because these are in the air. This is radiation. So that was just a piece I wanted to bring back up and to keep in your mind as to what is really going on as far as, like, the new technology, New World Order, all that bullshit. Another topic I want to bring up that is not being talked about anymore, that is still going on, is Flint, Michigan. They still don't have clean water. Why? And this is why I'm saying we get so distracted because there's always something new in the media that we just forget about real things that are happening real time in real life. Like, how do we forget about these things? There's still people in this country that are going through it, but yet we forgot about that. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, all these things that pop up, get you distracted, get you motivated and heated. All of a sudden, it's like we forgot. How do we forget these things? You know what I'm saying? So we need to keep in mind how this matrix is working, because they're doing a great job of it. And even for me, who's like kind of on top of it, I'm like, wow, this is still like happening. So speaking of mutants, so it was, interestingly enough, Crystal brought it up yesterday, and this is gonna segue into another topic that I have when it comes to us melanated people, and I'm Haitian, so I definitely am gonna bring it up. But as mutants, the melanated people, I know you guys watch X-Men, right? I would hope, viewers. I'm not big on movies, but X-Men is still one of those things where they're telling you messages, and they literally are talking about us. And it's interesting that Crystal made this connection, but it made perfect sense. Because guess what? The mutants were the target. People didn't understand them. They were powerful, and they were discriminated against, right? So they had these powers, and they couldn't understand it. And not until they found a mentor were they able to get the guidance that they needed, right? Professor X. And then, but you have Magneto, for example, who, you know, his parents was taken away from him. He had so many tragedies, and he was like, F this, right? So think about it. She made a great analogy that Xavier was Malcolm X, and that Magneto, not Malcolm, no, Professor Xavier is Martin Luther King, and Magneto is Malcolm X. Once she said it, she didn't even need to go further, but it made perfect sense, because as melanated people, at this point in our lives, we have taken so much shit. Like, so much shit. And For us to continue to allow it at this point is a little ridiculous. It's kind of crazy, right? Because what is the definition of insanity, right? Is doing the same thing and expecting a change behavior or outcome. Because think about it. Professor Xavier wanted to, like, keep us together, keep us quiet, not be problematic, suppress, Y'all can do what y'all want, but we're gonna be in this little corner to ourselves figuring it out. But Magneto, he's like, do you not see how they treat us? Do you not see what they're doing? Like, literally, to hell with it. Malcolm X. It makes, like, perfect sense. How they're feeding us this information, like, we're just, like, supposed to be the good person. Supposed to always have, like, be the bigger person, take the high road, all this good. Be a good slave. Right? And listen, I have goosebumps right now because, like, as a Haitian, listen, yes, I understand that violence is not always the answer, but how long are you guys gonna take this shit? How long are we just gonna sit there and be a good, melaninated slave to this institution, entities, all of this shit? At what point do we, like, maybe we need to start doing some real shit? Maybe we need to start burning shit down. Maybe, like, we need to do something. Like, I'm sorry. Why do you think what happened in Texas at the borders, why do you think they were on horses and whips? Don't you think that was intentional as fuck? They didn't come in cruisers or whatever. They came with horses and whips because they know the Haitian history and revolution. They fought back. Imagine the universe is giving you the opportunity to fight back and you don't. They want to tell you, try to trigger you to remember that, oh, you can be broken. Yeah, you ain't shit. But no, we need to really research the Haitian Revolution, really tap back into our true powers, because how long are you going to continue to get stepped on, killed, used, abused, raped, used for your organs, used for your body parts, used for everything? You are the science, baby. We are the science. We are everything. So how long are you just going to continue it to happen before, like, something in you snaps? Because that is, we walking around in fear for no fucking reason. That's the God honest truth. You know who is really in fear? They are. Because they know if this was them, they would have burned this shit down a long time ago. Period. Why do you think they do so much to control you? Like, the air that you breathe, the food, the hospital. Why do you think you're such a target? Who's really in fear here? Who's working overtime here? I just need y'all to really pay attention and understand, yes, what's really going on. Horseback and whips? Really? This is 2021. Yeah, I knew what y'all was doing with that. Stop letting this shit go. We need to really be unified. Listen, I don't even need one person to lead like a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X. Bro, we need to go back to, you know what, another thing was like crucial to the Haitian Revolution is we spoke a language that they did not. We all spoke the language that they did not. We need to create a language that they have no idea about. For real. Because I don't need one person to be the target. I need us all to come together and move. Like we all the leaders. So that it's not just one person who's doing it. And have that mindset to be unified. Because you are the truly most, like, priceless thing on this fucking earth. You are literally a fact worth more than gold. Just look it up, people. Melanin is worth more than anything on this planet. And that is not for no reason. Okay? So that was just a little tidbit. I just feel like if we just get this right, just that one thing, even the language, we can wreak havoc. But I'm tired of this. We're not doing nothing. We're not fighting back. Stop it. They want you to not be that way. They want you to not riot. They want you to not uproar. Because then, where would the control be? It's really simple. Okay? So what else did I want to say? Honestly, I think I'll just stick to those right now because I think they just go along together. But honestly, I just want us to pick a side. Just pick a side. Are you a soldier or are you a casualty? You pick. I'm not a casualty. I refuse. This is why I speak about it. This is why I'm very loud about it, because we need to tap back into our roots and fight back, especially for the Haitians, the descendants, the Caribbeans, all those countries that we helped. All those, we need to get it together and realize that this is the time, like now. Enough is enough. I don't know how y'all not tired. I really don't know how y'all not tired. It's exhausting. Aren't you tired of living in a stressful environment? This is not conducive to us in any way, shape, or form. So, I don't know when's enough is going to be enough for you. I don't know if it's when it's going to be your loved one. Like, at the end of the day, it's our brothers and sisters every day on the news that you find this. I don't want another Breonna Taylor. I don't want another George Floyd for y'all to get mad. Just operate accordingly. We don't got to know who's doing what. Just slowly start to do certain shit. Maybe people are ending up a certain kind of way after shit goes wrong. I don't know. But I bet you they'll start to get their act right if we actually started to do something. That's all I'm saying. Taking that high road is not going to get us to where we need to go. Just look at history. We still being played today. Even when we had incredible leaders at play. So that is my tech talk for today. I hope everybody has an amazing day. I see the sun is out. I'm about to go outside, get my 2 hours for the day. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. And if you have any topics or comments you guys want me to talk about, please send it to my DMs or leave it in the comment section. And I'll do my due diligence to speak on it. But again, have an amazing day.